Got my n64 controller taken apart. Got my control stick here. Definitely not the best. Better than some, but not the best. So here's the big issue that you face, is that inside that plastic of the bowl itself starts to come apart, as well as the tip of the control stick itself. So you need to clean this up and put some grease in it. So kind of from bottom to top, we got the bottom casing, the bowl, as we're kind of calling it, with these optical encoder wheels. And then the actual gears themselves. There is a big one that goes on the bottom and a smaller one that goes on the top. And they just have those kind of half gears that turns our encoder wheels and is read by the opto encoder assembly here that kind of goes on top of it. After that, it's got big spring and a retainer clip that this retainer clip is actually pushing on the top of these things. So it's pushing these to try and get them to lay flat and be in the center. So you can use this spring, if you stretch it out, it can strengthen the snapback and then put it on this. But before you put this in, you also need to put in your control stick. What you're able to get from Kitsch Bent is a replacement for the bowl. You have to transfer your opto encoder wheels onto it. You can get both a small and a big kind of gear set, and you can get a replacement stick. That should be all you really need. The only other thing that I'm going to get is a little bit of white lithium grease. It'll help it move smoother. And so the buildup should be something like this, where you've got the bowl, the opto encoder wheels, and the largest one in here first. And then over here, you have the stick goes into the top piece, then the spring and the retainer goes on, and then you slide on the smaller gear and turn it 90 degrees so you can kind of see that it's holding in place. That up and down or vertical is going to fit into the slot on the bottom there. And so, of course, lube everything. The slides in between here, the sides of this, the tip of that, the bowl, the rotating, like everything. Make sure it's greased up and it should be good to go. Okay, got that a little bit backwards. The one that's in the bottom part should be crosswise. The one tied to the top part should be vertical. However, you then end up with a nice and tight, like that's, you can tell, like I said, it's moving a whole lot less and it's really responsive. The spring is good and strong. And you can see it's snapping back pretty well. So I think that's pretty good. Let's put it back together. So, good test. I'm able to just do and it works. I'm able to get my, those moves, I can't remember, like the turnbacks and stuff, pretty good. I like this. This feels way better. And so, pretty good test. See if we can crawl. So, hold Z, gently move the stick, just barely. And you can see that I am like not even moving. It's that responsive and it feels good to do.